Math. Hello. We are here for grade 9 math. Students start there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 math. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter logic and variable expressions and equations. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 9 math. Let's just start with the chapter logic. Let's start with the first lesson, that is identify hypotheses and conclusions. What is the conclusion in the conditional statement? If a number is positive integer, then no bigger than its square, right? Basically, you need to understand the conditional statement. The conditional statement looks like this. If A, then B. And is the conclusion, right? Like for it's a rainy day, you have to, then you must have umbrella, right? So you must have umbrella in the case when you have the rainy day, right? So you need to see the conclusion. So the conclusion is it is bigger than its square. What is the conclusion in this conditional statement? If a city is in the United States, then it is in North America. Option number two is the correct option. The city is in the North America, right? square have 2 unit each. That is the option number one is the correct option. What is the hypothesis in this conditional statement? If it is my birthday, then I eat birthday cake, which is the correct option. Hello. Okay. So what is the hypothesis in the conditional statement, which is the correct option? And then it sleeps in a crib, which is the correct option. The if part is the hypothesis and the then part is the conclusion, right? So that means the hypothesis is her child sleeps in a crib. So the correct option is her child sleeps in a crib is the hypothesis. If part is always the hypothesis. Yes, her child is an infant is the hypothesis, right? Option number one is the correct option. Okay. What is the conclusion in the conditional statement? If a number is positive in integer, then it is no bigger than its square, which is the correct option. The conclusion part is the number is no bigger than its square. Option number one is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is counter examples. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, which of the following is a counter example of the conditional statement? So the conditional statement is if a three-dimensional solid has six faces, then it is a cube. So a conditional statement can be expressed as if A, then B. So counter example is an example in which the hypothesis is true, but the conclusion is false. If you can find a counter example to a conditional statement, then that conditional statement is false. So the equation is so first notice that the given statement is in if then form. If a three-dimensional solid has six faces, then it is a cube. So now you have to go for the options. The first option is rectangular pyramid. The hypothesis is false because rectangular pyramid does not have six faces. In the counter example case, hypothesis is true, right? So the next is rectangular prism. The hypothesis is true because the rectangular prism has six faces. The conclusion is false because the rectangular prism is not a cube. So that is actually the counter example. A counter example makes the hypothesis true and the conclusion false. So this is a counter example. Got it? The count test questions. Which of the following is a counter example for the conditional statement? If a three-dimensional solid has six faces, then it is a cube. So which is the correct option? The correct option is a rectangular prism, right? Because a rectangular prism has six faces, right? And that is a three-dimensional solid. So the correct option is a rectangular prism. Which of the following is a counterexample for the conditional statement? If a food is green, then it is a vegetable. So which is the correct option? Need to find the counterexample, right? In the counterexample, a green bean, right? That is green. Hypothesis is true, and that is also a vegetable, right? Then for the spinach, that is also green, and that is a vegetable. For this, hypothesis and conclusion both are true. For the broccoli, the hypothesis is true and and the conclusion is also true. But for the green apple, only food is green, but the conclusion part is false. Option is a green apple is the counter example. Which of the following is a conditional example? But which of the following is a counter example for the conditional statement? So which is the correct option? If a sport uses a ball, then the ball is round. So which is the correct option? The correct option is football is round, basketball is round, right? That means the correct option is the counter example is soccer. The soccer uses a ball, then the ball is round. Football, ball is also round. Hold on. The hypothesis is true because football uses a ball. The conclusion is false because in football the ball is not round. A counterexample makes the hypothesis true and the conclusion false. So this is the counterexample. The counterexample is the 3 is the correct option. Co- Standard deck is red, then it is hard. So which is the correct option? The correct option is which is the counterexample? If a playing card has a standard deck from a standard deck is red, but it is a heart. Time. Which of the following is a counter example for this conditional statement? If a food is sweet, then it is junk food. Which is the correct option? A potato, a hamburger, a donut, an apple. Which is the correct option? If a food is sweet, then it is junk food. An apple is sweet. It is not a junk. The correct option is an apple, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move to next lesson. The next lesson is an equations. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify equivalent linear expressions. Which expression is equivalent to 4 times 2h? So you need to equivalent expression. Equivalent standard. So you multiply 4 times 2 is 8h. So basically 4 times 2h and 8h are the expressions, right? So that means you can write an expression into two different ways. So which is equivalent to 8h. Let's just start with the test questions. Which expression is 3 times plus 9, which is the correct option? So you have to see which is the 3 times m plus 9 means 3 is multiplying to m and 3 is multiplying to 9. So 3m plus 3 times 9 is 27. So the first one, 3m plus 27 is the correct option. So the correct option is option number 1. Which expression is equivalent to 2 times 4u? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8u. Option number 3 is the correct option. Which expression is equivalent to 6s plus 5s? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 11s. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which expression is equivalent to 5 times a plus 7? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 5 times a plus 35. So option number A1 is the correct option. That is 5a plus 35 is the correct option. Which expression is equivalent to 7 times q plus 2? Which is the correct option? The correct option is option number, yes, 1 is the correct option. That is 7q plus 14 is the correct option. Which expression is equivalent to 7j plus j, which is the correct option? The correct option is 8j. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's move on to next lesson. The next lesson is x satisfies an equation. What value of v is the solution to the equation 3v equals 3? You have to calculate the value of v. You need to calculate the value of, basically you have to find the solution. You need to find the what value of b is the solution. So you need to solve it for the v. 3v equals v. When you solve that is v equals 1. So that means v equals 1 is the solution, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay. What value of s is the solution of the equation? Let's just see which is that is 7s equals 14. Just solve it for the s, right? But divide both equal. The correct option is s equals to. What value of z is a solution to this equation? What value of z is a solution of this equation? So which is the correct option? Z equals 3 is the correct option, right? The solution for this equation is z equals 3. Option number q is the solution to this equation. So which is the correct option? What value of q is the solution of the equation? So which is the correct option? option is q equals 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. What value of z is a solution to this equation? So which is the correct option? What value of z is a solution? 7z equals 7. So option. The correct option is z equals 10. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is z equals 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. What value of y is a solution to this equation? So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? That is y equals 11. Option number correct option. What value of c is a solution to this equation? So which is the correct option? Option is c equals 6 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. What value of r is a solution of the equation? Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, r equals 9 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math, started the chapter equations. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session 5 and from 9 to 10. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.